Hey, Vampire Logan here. I'm just checking the audio. Yep, looks like it's good. We are here back for Avatar Legends Noir playing game. We are still on chapter 1, Money Troubles. This is episode 6. Last week we had a solo adventure with Atka, and she got a lot of stuff done on that last night before you guys smuggle yourselves onto that freighter. So, where we left off with the rest of the group is you guys were planning to get on this freighter that is bound for Fire Skull Island, which you had found might be the place where they had been abducting people and taking them to who knows why. And so you guys were gonna get on that boat when it leaves in the morning of the next day. And last night you had investigated the boat and then went back to your um, detective agency. And then during the investigation, we retconned it so that Haku was actually not there with you guys. He was
He went on
training.
a little vacation.
Well, he is actually training with Tenson.
I saw you training with Tenson, actually.
Yeah.
Yay!
So you were training there and on the Airbender Island, and so then I think. Oh yeah, Lee was able to get the information from the harbor master, and then the two of you went back to the detective agency and were hanging out there, while Atka went out and did some errands. And do you want to just do you remember what you did last time?
Oh yeah,
I
I can remember some of it. I didn't write it all down, but I went and got a whole bunch of specialty jars and alcohol with our money and herbs. And so now I have special tinctures that are being made. Some of the tinctures will help people tell the truth. Some of them will make them feel really uncomfortable. There's all sorts of magical potions I've done with my water bending that we can serve in our karaoke bar. I decorated the karaoke bar. It's now all Art Deco, very 1920s. The Chen family helped clean that all out as well, so it's all ready to go. I went and saw to the spirit world and found out I need to go find Cora to help my dragonfly bunny. And she's in the Fire Islands, so I know we need to go there. I also went and found out that Gran is not in the spirit world. That's actually one of the reasons why I went there. So that means Gran's still alive. Otherwise, I would have seen her because no one in the spirit world could find her. I talked to Iroh in the spirit world, which was very cool. And yes, he gave some sage advice as well, which again was to go find Korra. I also went to see Katara, and I learned some healing. So now I can do healing on everyone.
Yay!
I can remove fatigue. What else did I do?
Yeah, you spent
Oh,
some of
I
your.
also got us an airship, so we can actually now follow the ship on the airship to the Fire Islands.
Wait, how did you get an airship?
It was given to us by
An anonymous donor.
No, I went and saw
Tenson.
Ensign. Yeah, Tenson, and I also saw about
Sounds like some potion work.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember this part.
Yeah, because you said that was actually quite clever because it would be a lot safer for us to take the airship over to the Fire Islands instead of getting on the ship because you said getting on the ship would be quite difficult.
I'm trying to remember what airship it was, though.
Was it a police airship? Like
No,
most
it
of them
wasn't a
are
police
police
one. It
regulation.
was.
Was it a derpy dragon?
Airship.
Because you said it was great because we could all use that this time to get to where we need to go.
Or maybe you got like a ride on someone who was going there or something? Maybe?
You're the GM.
I don't
Thank
remember.
you.
I don't
I was
remember
about to
this
say the
part.
same thing.
I don't remember
Yes.
the airship. So you, because
Yes,
I remember
we
you
talked
went and
about
talked
this.
to Iroh at the Spirit World. Then after that, you went to, or you did your errands and got your supplies, and then you went to Tencent, and I can't remember what you were doing
Iroh
there.
too?
I wrote down airship Bazarak. Oh,
That's all right.
She got
Yo, I
noises
hope
on the
they,
masters.
I hope Nickelodeon like hits us up for this story because this was make a sick book for the new series
Yeah,
coming out.
yeah, totally.
Watch
You,
them turn us into the villains.
yeah, maybe another villain group for them.
I
Like
just
that
saw
would be a
the game. There's a game
fitting role
coming
for
out.
Lee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you went and you met someone else. So you met Tencent. You talked to him about.
Who's
Who
my
were you?
grand's friend who is Olivia's actual grandmother. I don't know why.
Oh, Lin Bei
Name just
Fong.
I saw Lin Bei Fong as well.
We all saw
No.
Lynn.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, well,
think-
I went and saw her again. I had to go see her again as per the DM.
I don't remember
I
that
had to
part
see
either.
her, and I had to see Tenzin, and I had to go into the spirit world to see Iroh. I did all those things. It was all very informative because she told me a lot about about Gran and how she was and who she thought. Yeah.
Okay, so it must have been Lin Bei Fong who arranged something for you. Yeah, I can't. I
Yeah,
don't.
I
I
think
totally
she
don't
arranged
remember
that,
that part.
and I think she also arranged me to go see Tenzin. I think I saw her, and then I went and saw Tenzin, and then Tenzin I think was the one who arranged the airship.
Hmm.
Time to make something up, Logan.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Maybe you should start listening to your streams before you do your next one.
I know. I actually was gonna do that, and I never did. So I made notes though, and I didn't include that in my notes.
Yeah, because you thought that was a really cool idea.
Yeah. What did I write down here?
I didn't write all the notes down because I was busy working while we were doing that.
You might also be able to like clip these certain things on Twitch to
Yeah.
like show that. Like,
Yeah. Totally. I wrote down Atka makes good deal with alcohol seller Dragon Water to purchase various alcohols for use in the
Yes, it's
speakeasy.
called Dragon Waters.
Use 60% of the money from the client with a superior success on the badge of authority. And then they spent 20% on alchemy shop for herbs. And then he spent the other 20% on decorations, I think. Yeah, no, I
We gotta
think
make this
there's-
place feel welcoming. We want
Yeah.
And all
patrons.
Art Deco and cool.
Also, I was thinking about it. I know it's like karaoke bar it doesn't sit quite right. So if we call it a piano bar, I think that feels a little bit on brand. What do you guys think? A piano bar is I think that's what I initially was trying to like manifest in words,
I mean,
but
that sounds very noir to me.
yeah, a piano bar.
Mhm.
But
It
like
sounds great. We just gotta
everything
come
that
up
we've
with
been
a
doing
good
is still on brand, but
Yep.
karaoke instantly you're like, okay, a bunch of people just show up and start singing, but with a piano bar it's a little more eloquent.
Eloquent.
Eleganza.
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 Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
still
think-
just some random singing, but like it has a different connotation to it. I definitely
Yeah.
feel that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so anyway, we'll start this session so we'll assume there's some kind of airship waiting for you to follow that. It's gonna be kind of obvious that you're following that ship though, so I don't know. I thought
What
we've-
we're using
Let's do the mist.
air
Let's
bending
do the
to
mist
put
again.
clouds between the ship and the air balloon. So I don't know what you're talking about.
was it air balloon or airship?
I have
Airship.
to do a check for that.
Hmm.
Are we gonna attempt to try to make mist again?
Didn't
Oh my
work
God,
too
have
well
y'all
last
seen
time.
Nope? Because you're describing
No.
Nope right now.
It was a pretty bad attempt last time. Okay, well, whatever it is, you guys are meeting back at the detective agency.
Yes.
And it's getting pretty late at night, so you're gonna have to get up early. Is there
I
any other
hate
planning you
early
guys want to do
morning.
before you go, or before you go to bed? I guess
Well, just
Atka should tell you what
starting,
she
yeah.
found, or we can assume that the description was her telling you guys.
Let's just that description
Yeah.
was her telling everyone. We're all caught up, right?
Yeah.
Are y'all caught up on what me and Edris did?
No, let's hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Brand or
Well-
Haku didn't hear all of that.
Okay. So we decided to go ahead and touch base on our third job, which was the missing person, notably not the murder. But we went and talked to Tristan, who was the archetype of the artist. And Tristan said, "Yeah, my boyfriend Sendel has been missing for a few months now. He got lost at the library. He's a library. There's been no ransom. He's kind of a homebody. He's kind of bookish. And he was looking into, he's reading and researching and writing stuff about obscure avatars. And he would talk about it whenever he got the chance. Somebody got really interested in the information. And this man that they met happened to be at Chan's Luck, which is Mr. Chan's restaurant before it got turned into the bar. They went to a bar called the Impolite Cat Fox after that, and talked to this man that was large and muscular and very interested. The large muscular man sounded like maybe it was Zohar. He had a similar tattoo, but it might be just a gang tattoo, so they might know each other. It might be the same person. Who knows? We got a name for Zohar's bar, which is the Roaring Fluff Rabbit. And Mr. Chan disappeared around the same time as Sindel did. Yeah. Oh, and Sindel was working on a board game about avatars, which he was using all this obscure information for. And he did mention the board game to the guy at the restaurant. So we kind of made a connection that these people both had something to offer because, Mr. Chan was like 007 in a past life. So we thought maybe, I don't know. So that's all we got on
Ooh.
that.
And what was Haku up to? I mean, he
That was
training
still
with
while you were
Tenzin.
training. This is all the same evening while they were doing that.
Okay, so
They,
he was getting frustrated with dealing with Tenzin and being like,
Oh, actually, he was putting you through that spinning doors thing when Atka
Oh.
showed up and she saw you getting your butt whooped by them.
It was hilarious.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, I saw it. It happened.
You make so much sense as an airbender, Mr. Brandoon.
Yeah,
Thank
totally.
Did I gain anything from that experience?
You should definitely have a new skill from that, a new technique.
Yeah, if you because you were doing training, if you wanted to do a training check to see if you learned a new thing, if you have a new technique in mind from your list of airbender techniques, then
Let me
we can make
quickly
that roll.
Cool. Let me scroll. Oh my gosh, this document is massive. I think it's over here somewhere. Anyway, continue while I go like look for this.
Yeah, I'm just looking up the roll that you need to make. Oh yeah, it's not on my sheets.
I forget, was it 2 6-sided?
2 6-sided dice, yeah.
Oh, use templates.
Everyone using real dice.
I have 2 dice. Dies.
New dice.
I'm using Google.
Uh-huh.
There's a
Nice.
tool for everything.
Are these really pretty
Training
red?
move. So when you spend time with the teacher learning and training a new technique, roll modifiers with the following. Oh, roll with modifiers with the following questions. So is your balance currently in line with your center?
I think I'm still 1 towards determination.
Okay. Do you and your teacher at least share one background?
We can both
Tenson's?
bend air.
Well, that's not the
Def-
backgrounds are a different thing, like military or I think yours is privileged.
privileged, yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't think we share it.
Henson is privileged. He's the son of the Avatar.
Oh yeah, maybe
Probably.
he has his own sheet though. I think if we
Oh yeah, that would be in the book. I'll assume for now that it's if it makes a difference, I'll look it up. And then, does your teacher agree with your reasons for training and learning? What are your reasons for training and learning?
well give me 1 second to so Haku just knows he's destined for something great. He doesn't quite know what it is yet, but he knows that if he has to train with the best to become the best airbender. And I think that's like ultimately what's driving him, is to like, maybe because he discovered airbending, he has to like be the best airbender, or maybe like best like use airbending to become like a great teacher or something. He just knows that he needs to.
Okay, so you're following
Thought-
your destiny path, and he
Yes.
would agree with that. I think so. We'll
Yeah,
give you the
and I
+1
think
for that.
I feel that Tenzin would be like, yeah, you're an overachiever airbender.
Oh, sorry, that's a you don't get the -1.
I do not get the -1.
Yeah, basically that means if you get yes on that question, then you don't have to take a -1.
Oh, great.
Is the technique easy to grasp based on your current training experience and skills? Do you know which one you want?
That's the thing I'm trying to find. Do you know what page the airbending skills are on? Because I
believe they're somewhere around 192. I seem to recall.
that's where I was looking.
Techniques.
Yeah, under techniques.
Yeah, techniques. So one
Technique. Anyway, we'll continue while you look that up, and then we'll make the roll when you're ready.
Yeah. Cool. You guys could
285.
go on. I'm gonna use the washroom real quick. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll figure it out. You guys start.
So any other things you guys wanted to do before you go to sleep and get up the next morning?
Nah, for me, let's get back to our tutorial on how to take a vacation on a budget.
Idris will not sleep. Idris will meditate.
Okay. Did Atka learn something about from Iroh? Did you want to mention that now, or keep it to yourself?
We already said that I told everybody that we need to go find Cora.
Yeah,
And that she's in the
the other
fire
thing was about one of the other characters. You don't have to say it if you don't want to.
I have no idea what you're referring to, so I can't say it.
Yeah.
Intrigue. She's all what forbidden knowledge?
I don't remember having forbidden knowledge.
Yeah, I texted you.
Well, I thought that was known.
Nope, it is not known. Well, you know it.
Oh,
You know it.
I thought it was mentioned before.
Mm,
So
I can't wait to
ominous.
hear this.
you seemed surprised when I told you, so.
No, but then I remember that I had heard that before.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so then I guess you guys just go to sleep and wake up early the next morning. And so the plan is going to be you all are just going to go take this airship there and try to follow the ship from a distance and be stealthy with clouds.
I
Cloud
think that's a
stealth.
good plan, unless someone else would prefer to do something else.
Unless you want to like have the sneakiest person maybe sneak onto the ship just in case you guys lose it.
Do we have a sneaky person?
I don't know, do you?
It would have to be the
I don't know, these-
airbender.
I'm sketchy, not sneaky.
Wow.
I mean, my
That's a
dragonfly
dangerous
bunny can go on
combination.
um
I would be the most stealthiest because I could be at least light-footed.
Yeah, I think stealth would be like a trick thing, so whoever has the highest creativity would be probably the best
That
at
would-
it.
I've got a
No,
+1.
I feel like Lee would just walk around with the armor on and not even be noticed
Clank,
the whole
clank.
trip.
Yeah. No, Lee's
Or-
not quiet.
Or
No.
if you have any techniques that seem to be stealth related, or then you could rely on your skills and training.
Me or Edris could use Bonzu, Pip, and Paddleopsicopolis the third. We could impersonate Fire Nation.
It's
You know,
true. That could
not a Fire Nation soldier, but like a gangster, I guess. I don't know.
That
Lee
could
would
result-
really fit in that well there.
that could result in some hilarity if you want to try it.
I don't know,
Bunny
y'all. What's the play here?
I can send my bunny dragonfly because it's part spirit world, and I think that would be stealthy too.
Like,
How,
what's the
how
aim
can you
here, right?
how do you control your companion? Are there like restrictions?
She doesn't really control it. It's just an independent thing, but she can like talk to it and stuff. It
Oh, okay.
can't communicate back
Yeah.
other than with flutters and stuff. But
So I mean, if we get caught, right? Like, if we get caught and we have a human on the ship, then we have one person that's isolated, and either we battle them and take over the ship, or I don't know. It's D&D, so like anything could happen. But like, I'm trying to imagine what could happen, like if if we do get caught on the airship, like do we just like stop following them or like
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the airship is safer, and like we know we need to go to the fire islands. I don't think it really matters. I
If
can't see us
they
losing the ship
um
really.
if someone wants to make an assess the situation roll, I can give you some more information.
let's have Lee do
Wait,
that. I
somebody
don't have
roll.
the
Oh,
thing
actually, no.
open.
I can assess the situation. I have anticipate, so I'm gonna do anticipate. It's like my mastered move, is to evade and observe. So I can study nearby like foes, to learn where the momentum will take them next and declare an approach. Yeah, let me do it. I got this.
Okay, so you guys get there early and you're observing the freighter as it's packing up and getting ready to go.
Yeah. What do I need to roll? Do I need to roll?
A creativity roll?
Great. Oh shoot. 5.
A 5. That's including your
fail.
bonus?
That was including the bonus.
What does your other ability do for you though?
In the next exchange, the foe must that foe must use that approach or mark a condition.
Oh, that's more
guess
of a combat thing.
It's more of a combat thing. Shoot. Yeah.
You can ask one of the following as an extra question. Oh, do you have Eyes of the Soul? No.
No, I have anticipate. So I guess that is sorry, that was
Are you looking at an old sheet? Oh, anticipate over here.
Do we
Oh,
have
that's
a map?
that's a fighting technique. Okay,
sorry.
so
My bad.
which of the things do you have under moves?
Moves. Basic moves. Assess the
Echoes of
situation.
Legend.
Yeah. Oh, I do have my Echoes of Legend.
You could use that
I
for
could
this.
use that right away. Okay, let me come up with a story.
Use something
give me like
from...
give me like I just need a little bit more information about like what exactly are we trying to do? Are we
This is
just
a Fire
following
Nation. This is a Fire
ship?
Nation freighter.
Yeah, and
that is on a potentially tied to some criminals who have been abducting people. So you could say that something about Aang and the and Zuko's capturing of him on the ship would probably be a good story for that.
sorry, but what am I jumping myself like? Haku, what is Haku?
How does it work?
What is Haku gonna do? Is what I'm trying to figure out. But we're on an airship. Like where are we?
You guys are observing the freighter right now, and you haven't boarded the airship
from what?
yet.
Oh, okay. So we're just on the
docks.
ground. Okay, and so Haku's just like, and the idea is that someone gets on the ship, and then everyone else goes on the air freighter as backup.
Yeah, whether you should do that or not, or what you think might happen if they spot you.
Okay, have you heard of the legend of the Blue Spirit? Haku whips out this like I don't know, this like a garbage bag, but like sells it as if it's like the Blue Spirit mask itself from Legend. Throws it on his head, pokes 2 eyes out. Yeah, whatever. It's like a paper bag that he got like from the cabbage merchant. It pokes 2 eyes out, and like he has some like makeup still left over, or not even makeup. I don't know. He's just like smudges his fingers, and just goes, and it's a very rudimentary face that he's painted on this bag, and he's like, have you heard of the story of or the legend of the Blue Spirit? Legend says that Spirit came to save Aang when he needed saving the most, when he was captured by Zhao the Conqueror, or no, well, Zhao, what was he? Zhao Commander? No, he was captured by Zhao because Blue Spirit is Zuko.
Oh, okay, right.
It's happening while you're telling the story, no doubt.
And he tells the story, and Haku's very like energized and just like doing these acrobatic moves and as he's retelling like when they escaped with the ladders, um and yeah, I guess
Okay.
Haku wants to like use those abilities to like sneak on, and so you see him just like start running towards the ship,
Okay.
dashing
First-
behind like bushes and stuff.
Before you go, you're just trying to assess the situation. So before you go on there,
Oh,
you are first thinking about, that situation and imagining kind of yourself in that situation, and you get some insight into what might happen. So you can treat this roll as if you had rolled a 10 plus, and no
Okay.
matter the result, you are shifted in balance towards whatever is embodied by this. So I would say that is towards
that's determination, right? That's
determination.
Yeah.
So
Fudge.
one shift
Here
towards
we go.
determination,
Oof.
and then you gain some insight into the what might happen. So if you get onto the ship and they don't detect you, you should be able to send up a signal once you get there so that the people in the airship could see it, and then they could stay out of sight further back. So that might work. But if you do get detected, you might get thrown off, or they might capture you and not allow you to send a signal.
Ooh.
If the airship follows the ship and doesn't do it stealthily enough, they will probably not go to the place that you're trying to get them to go to, which they are planned to go. But if they notice somebody's tailing them, they might just not go there, so as to like throw you off.
Okay.
Or they might try to lose you, and if they lose you, then the other thing would still work.
So what we know is that they have a bunch of islands, like I guess by coordinates or whatever, and one of them has got to be Fire Island, or maybe it's no.
Skull
Because what we
Island,
learned
right?
was they
Fire
have a
Skull.
list of islands that they go to, but none of them are this island, right? So we don't know where this is.
This is the secret island that they have, that you've never heard of. No, none of you have ever heard of this Fire Skull Island. It's not a standard location in the Fire Nation. Even Haku has not heard of it.
And I'm from there.
Yeah.
Same.
And so is
okay.
Edris, actually. So, and you've never heard of it either.
Oh, yes. A single tear from Edris.
I'm gonna follow you just in case.
I think we should still risk it, right? Because this is our only opportunity to learn more about like what's going on. But if I do successfully get onto the ship and I'm undetected, what kind of signal should I send that won't alert the ship, but will like get your guys' attention?
I could do that. little fire light, but not big, but light up like blink Morse code.
But could we see that from far enough back not to be detected? I don't know. Like now that we're talking about like possible, like now that Haku has kind of deduced what will happen if we fail in either scenario, it kind of seems like a liability to do both. Because like if we follow them and we get detected, and somebody's on the ship and they get detected, then we got a captured person with no location to go search them out.
But I'm gonna say that when I spent my time with Tenzin, I learned to read in the wind, which is very okay. Well, hold on. Let's go back.
Is this a technique?
The technique read in the wind, which is an evade and observe.
Oh, okay.
Where
That's
you
a
just
combat one also.
is it a combat again?
Yeah, pretty much all the techniques for the that
Oh.
are combat stuff.
Well,
The
if I got
moves
in
are
a
the
sticky
things that are.
situation, I'll jump into the water.
Uh-huh. Yeah, another thing you think of that you might be able to do is like maybe occasionally during the trip drop something into the water behind the ship, and then as they're following behind, they can look for the
But it would have to be
object.
something big to be spotted in the sky. I
Or
was thinking
shiny.
like
Or what?
using some of my airbending to like maybe do like a brown smoke or something, like a black smoke. Like the ship has to have some kind of coal. Like how does the ship run? Because if it has coal smoke, I could probably amplify it with my airbending, right?
Oh, right, because you're not a firebender.
I'm not a firebender, but
No.
I can make the smoke very dark. Like
Can I leave Fluffy with you? And then if there's a problem, Fluffy will fly up and tell us.
That's a good
can I
idea.
take Fluffy?
Yeah.
Great. It's settled then. I'm jumping on the ship. I really want to go on. I have the mask on. Haku says, "Come on, guys. Just trust me. Trust me here."
Somebody's gonna
Hey,
see
Logan.
that shit and be like, "Do we have a Blue Spirit fan on board?" Like, that's great.
I'm the entertainment for the ship tonight.
So, are you trying to pass yourself off as a
As an
a
entertainer.
legitimate person on the ship, or are you trying to sneak
If-
on
if
without
it
them
comes-
noticing?
Okay. So initially, I'm gonna sneak on, but if someone's like, "Hey, who are you?" I'll be like, "I'm from the Fire Island. The
Ember Island players.
Fire Fire Ember Ember Fire."
Fire Skull
Ember
Island.
Island players. Ember Island players. Why do I want to keep putting fire into that? Ember Island players. And I'm the entertainment for the ship.
Okay.
Yes.
I like it. I like it.
Although, just so you know, the best person for doing the disguise thing is actually Edris. So, he has the Bonzo Pip Paddle Popsipolis the third.
Did you hear me? I literally said the box.
But if Haku is really into it, then
Haku is determined. He's like extra determined. He just used a determination point to.
I will give you
make this happen.
I'll give you the ongoing +1 for the journey that you would get from assessing the situation beforehand. So,
Okay.
because since you got a automatic success on that.
But don't stop me from Edris if you want to come join me as my backup. Like that is Edris's decision.
Yes.
You do want to do that?
Yes.
Okay, so two of you are gonna try and do it. So I'll give you the bonus as well since he told you the story.
And he's a firebender. He
Yep.
actually can like
The two Fire Nation people
blend in.
actually it makes
Yeah.
sense. You guys
Yes.
already have the outfits. Okay, so
That's decided. Lee's like, girls trip.
Yeah. Jumping
Road
into
trip.
their private jets.
okay. So the question is, it sounds like it might be better for you to actually try to get on legitimately as opposed to just sneaking on.
Sneaking out. Okay, yeah, because then in case
then-
roll call happens.
Because then he can use his ability to get an automatic 12+ by
To
taking
do his
the insecure condition.
Cool. And then I'll just be like, I'm the performer. I'm his companion.
Okay. All right. So do you want to use that ability? Do you have insecure already marked on your sheet? Edris?
Did you say insecure?
Yeah, it's one of the conditions. Up near your balance thing, it should say conditions.
I do not have that marked.
Okay, so then mark that now, and then you get an automatic 12 on that. And then Mr. Brandune, to roll for a trick an NPC, you get it's a creativity check, and you get an extra +1.
That would be an 8, 9, 10.
Great. So you succeed with the extra success, and so you guys. So describe to me how you get yourself on the ship, knowing that it's gonna work.
Edris first, because Haku's got like baggage
On his head.
on it. Literally,
On
he
his
takes it off and it's just like put. Yeah. Oh gosh.
So what is Edris gonna pretend to be? Sounds like entertainers was a good idea.
Yeah, okay. You know what? I think fire juggler would work.
Oh,
like-
okay.
Remember, he's from kind
Cool.
of like that background where he was like taught by the fire warriors, so he actually does know how to fire sun warriors, so he knows how to fire juggle.
Okay. So you guys walk up and
Haku's okay. Haku's gonna take the lead. Edris is like, I can fire juggle, and I'm like, great, good, do that. And then Haku like walks up as if he like owns the place. He takes the bag off his head, throws it into the water. He's like, hey, this ship's going to Fire Skull Island, right?
so
You're
are you wearing your privileged gear to show your rank in the
oh
in the
yes,
Fire
yes.
Nation?
No, it has not changed. It's
Okay.
it's still very Fire Nation. It has like subtle elements of like Air Nomad colors, but when you look at Haku, you're like, oh yeah, no, he's Fire Nation. Like he's Fire
Okay.
Nation. And it's very like upper class. So he's just like walking up and like and is like trying to usher Edris, like trying to get Edris's attention, like, hey, come on, this way. Gets onto the to whoever's guarding the ship or whatever.
Yeah, there's a guard at
And-
the top of the gangplank there.
So Haku like is like, hey, this is the ship that's going to Fire Skull Island, right? We have a very important business affairs. So our room better be ready and set. And if not, the Fire Lord will hear about this. And he
This
like
is
he just
sadly juggling fire behind you.
yeah, and then he's like, Popos, quit that! You're gonna catch us the whole ship on fire. Save that for the show. And just like kind of yanks him and pulls him onto the ship without even the guard being like, hey, stop. He's just like he disregards anyone that's around him, is just like kind of like forcefully walks onto the ship.
And so the guards kind of look at each other and they look like they're about to get in your way, but you shove your way through, and
There's
the
no time for this.
the ship captain comes over and go, what is this? What's this all about?
Don't you know? We have very important business affairs. How hard is that to understand? Do you need me to get the Fire Lord himself over here to tell
And
you
then-
what?
And then you give him a little. Your inspiration tells you to give him a little wink and say, to the island. And
Oh, to the island.
yeah, and he goes, oh, okay. He goes.
This is the island.
He goes. He touches
ship,
his
right?
eyebrow and goes, yeah. And then he says, yeah, over here.
Well, why are we still? What's the
And-
term for being still on the docked?
Yeah.
Why are we still docked?
He personally leads you to a nice for a freighter, a nice room as nice as you could find on a freighter,
Haku
and-
like glances around, is like, this will do.
and he
I
clears
guess.
out some other person that was in there and sends them to the common room.
Yes. Yes. There we go.
All right,
So
so
we're-
you have successfully gotten yourselves on there, and the so are you still taking the spirit bunny,
Sure. The spear bunny pops out.
dragonfly bunny?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just part of you say, oh, that's a part of the show.
I'm like, well, look, no, he pulls it out of like a hat.
Perfect, perfect.
It
He's like,
flies with it.
what? You want more tricks? You gotta pay up, buddy.
All right, so you have successfully gotten on there with the things you needed. The airship, you guys load up into the airship, and you get way far back from the ship, so they basically wouldn't see you. And every once in a while, you send the like at night or something, you send the dragonfly bunny out to kind of show them where to keep going. And so he goes a little further back so he can still see the ship, and then you guys can see him, and then you keep knowing where to go without having to actually see the ship. And because you have done all that so successfully, I don't need to make any more rolls. And by a day later, you arrive. Actually, I don't know how long it would take. Let's say 2 days later, you get to you sort of, the ship swerves off of the standard shipping lanes and takes a little detour, and they get to kind of a location near an island, and another ship pulls up that looks pretty much smaller than the freighter, and it looks kind of like a rickety pirate kind of ship. And it has a Jolly Roger on the top of it, and the crew in there get a bunch of crates from below that you notice have bars on them, and you think there might be some people in there. And they load them onto this other ship, and they also beckon you to come over because you're supposed to go there too. And
Okay.
they load you onto this pirate ship, and then they send the pirate ship off towards the island, and the freighter continues upon its way.
Haku kind of like pushes Edris in front of him and then realizes like, oh, Haku has to also go onto the ship. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so then you get loaded on and bring up.
What do Adka and Lee see from the airship?
So you guys see the freighter kind of come back your way a little bit and go off, but you see above, much more to the right, you see the bunny floating, and you know that it's not in that freighter anymore. So you guys are able to see what's coming up, and it's getting dark now, so it's getting towards nighttime. The bunny can also make itself glow, so you can see it in the dark. And you head towards this island.
Is it a full moon?
It this is not full moon. Is there some reason that you need that? I don't know.
I was
Just
just
for light?
curious because it would help with the like cloud cover if that was if that was needed to like do it. Because
Right.
all the water bending buffs.
I thought you were going the werewolves route. I was like,
Yeah.
huh?
Are you werewolves about?
Werewolf firebender. I just like
Here we
run
go.
down the hallways like
That's a
breathing
little
fire.
spooky.
If you guys have Tailspire, you can open this up to take a look at what I got.
Or Haku would be traumatized.
Yeah.
So
Just
there's
No,
like transform-
Haku would be like, yay, more drool.
there's two
Oh, that's a cool skull.
islands here. One looks like this,
Ah, thus the name. Fire Skull Island.
and this one has sort of a a docking area and like a kind of little entrance to get into this area. And then you would dock in this area here. And then the actual town of this island is just past this skull thing. And then there's more island around this. This is just kind of the city. And then the rest of the island is like this other one.
Atka, do we have like instruments on this ship that you acquired? Like, would we know where we were nautically?
Yeah, we would. It has a whole like radar area that shows the maps and everything. That's all built into the dashboard of it.
Okay, then Lee is definitely either taking notes herself or asking Atka to take notes because she may not know. She like walks into the control room and she's like, "Where's the clutch?"
Where's the clutch?
But yeah, we should
So-
definitely like take notes about where this is, right?
Just
So,
as
yeah,
soon as
the
you start
island is
driving
kind
one
of
thing,
a-
you gotta drive another.
Ah. Come on.
I'm just gonna quickly grab a drink while we
Okay.
figure all the details out.
Where's this going? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so this is the other part of the island.
And this is like inside the walls.
This one is sort of behind that one and higher up. So this one is like a volcanic island, and so at the top of it is kind of like a little bit of flame at the top. That's where the fire skull comes from, but I didn't find one with that already on it.
Is there a place we could maybe? Can we see what's on the island from from our vantage point, like people or a safe clearing? We could
Yeah, you could probably drop down, since it's getting at nighttime, they might not see it. You could probably drop yourselves down on this little extra island here with the overhang, and then get the skyship to fly back away from you so that they wouldn't be spotted. And then they can tell them to come and pick you up at a certain time, like at the same time the next night or something.
So should we go down and investigate?
I think at night is a good time to do that.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so we got Lee. And Atka here. Okay, so you guys get dropped off on this island. And then the others are in the ship, landing in the actual city part. So I'm going to just switch between these two. And so first, yeah, I guess you guys would be second. So first I'll go to the town with...
Me and Haku are with like the whole like pirate group, right?
Yeah. So the
I
captain
feel
of the
overdressed.
the captain of the ship introduces himself as Long Juan Silver.
We tried to like keep a straight face, like
And he says, "Arr, mateys, are ye ready to join, to come into the town?" And he pulls the ship up into the docks here. This isn't really what the docks would look like, but we'll just put your characters on there. And you guys on that.
what are the
that would
buildings
be-
made out of?
Oh, one other thing I should have asked The buildings are mostly stone with some wood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I forgot to ask, what did you do with your dragon? Did you leave that on the airship, I guess?
Yeah, he's like a dragon has been following along.
Okay, I'm gonna assume the dragon is with
Sorry,
the
I
others.
should have answered that.
The dragon will be with the others then. It'd be too obvious
Okay.
to be with you
Because
guys.
like last time I remembered, it was like under the other cargo ship, like under the lip where nobody could see it.
Oh yeah. It wouldn't be able to hide there the whole trip though.
Yeah.
Comfortable.
Plus, it would have had to make the switch.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are let off on the dock there. The people who are unloading the crates are bringing them across this bridge to the through the skull port. They get it on some carts and they start bringing it towards that bridge. And you guys are kind of free to go because you're there for entertainment, so they don't assume that you're going with that group.
All right, let's move on.
All right, and Long John, Long One, comes off the ship too, and he says, "So, are we going out drinking tonight?" And he puts his arms around both of you, as you've.
I guess we can't escape this. Okay. Sure. What's on the menu?
He goes, "Well, I know a fine tavern just over there. That if you're performers, right? So I think they'd be interested in what you had to show. And then later on, maybe we could take you into the city proper."
We want to go into the city proper.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
think that's
like.
where the carts were going. So
Haku looks at Edris and is like trying to like talk to him with his eyes. I'm just like, come along with this. Yes, that sounds
Idris
lovely, right? Edris?
was like, yes, let's do that.
the other thing you guys notice about this town is very kind of rough and tumble. There's lots of it's getting in the evening, and you hear like loud noises of drinking and reveling, and you see people like stumbling around, and sometimes you see someone like pull a knife on each other and then start fighting, and
that's typical Fire Nation.
well, this is definitely not,
element.
from what you see here, this is definitely not a Fire Nation type place. It's more of a pirate
Republic
den.
City of Pirates.
Yeah, it's more of a pirate den kind of place. So you're surprised to see that these, and you notice also that the people who got let off onto the pirate ship were not the Fire Nation people who were on the freighter. The Fire Nation people stayed on the freighter. So now
But
you're kind of with
they've got work to do. That's their job. They're gonna go to the next thing, but this is the place that we've set out to come to. Haku kind of like looks up into, like, casually looks up into the air just to make sure that our friends up in the sky are nearby. Can Haku see?
You would not be able to
airship from
see
here?
them, but after
They can
you
see
had
it.
gotten onto the other ship, you sent up the bunny.
Okay, good. Okay,
And then
good.
so the bunny has now returned to you. Lands on the hat and goes
For my
inside.
next magic trick, yes, and I put the hat back on. Now I have a hat. And then I say, yes, carry on, like, bring us to the tavern. Like, why
All right.
are we still here? Get us a drink. Fetch us a drink.
And a couple other things you notice about Long Wan is that he has a peg leg, and he also has a pirate on his a pirate with a parrot.
I kind of expected he had a long way.
Well, that you don't know, but you suspect.
Okay. Well, I'll remain optimistically hopeful. All right, so sorry, what's his name again? Long
Long
Wang?
Juan.
Long Juan.
Long Wang Silver. You should just call
Long
him
Wang
Long
Silver.
Wang.
Can I just call him Long Wang, and would he take offense?
You can try it.
No, I don't. I don't want to risk it. Not under these circumstances.
It's too important.
Long Juan.
He blushes
Um,
slightly.
Haku takes the dragonfly rabbit tucked under his hat and is like, Long Wong, show us to the festivities. I don't know, or whatever is a better word.
Yeah, to the tavern.
To the tavern.
I'm gonna get
Oh,
some
and but on the like journey through, he's like, "Can I interest you in some of this? What did we call it? What did we trademark our dragon drool?
What was it?
Doesn't it GERD?
What?
We need a fancy term. No one's gonna buy it if we call it dragon drool. We call it dragon drool amongst ourselves, but we need to have an on-brand brand.
We can just call it Dragon Oil.
Dragon essence.
There you go. There you
There
go.
we go. Fancy, bougie. The pirates are gonna eat this up. Can I offer you in some
Literally.
dragon essence? And I give him a small bottle for free because that's just because he's a pirate and he could use it. But then I like kind of dangle a larger vial, and then I wink to Edris. I'm like,
We can turn that into like a rice, like a sake.
they yes, exactly. There's so much benefits from it. It can, it's a anti-aging formula. It's a great aphrodisiac. Can I
Yes.
sell it to the pirate while we walk to the thing?
He goes,
Give it to the missus.
I prefer the
It's natural.
pirate grog that they have in here, but thank you.
We just looked
Okay.
insulted for a second.
And so you guys enter this oh, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you enter this small building. It's a fairly small tavern. Not as small as this. It's a little bit bigger. Has a big enough room to have like about 5 or 6 tables in there and a bar. And you go in there and there's a few roguish looking pirates in there, and there's no kind of entertainment, so the pirates are kind of, some of them are like kind of singing along in their toneless kind of way, and they're singing a sea shanty. Come now the Wellerman, come. Something. They don't even know the words.
Haku doesn't
Bringing
know the
us
words.
rum and tea and rum.
Tea and
Been on
rum.
TikTok too long.
It's just like really bad and they're really drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More rum.
Haku kind of cringes, but then like looks over to Edris and is like, "Do you know the song?"
He just kind of shrugs his shoulders.
Do you want to make an assess the situation and see if you know the song?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Or sorry, what is your background? I'll say if you have the right background, you could know it.
I think it's urban.
Urban? Yeah, I'll give
I
it
don't
to you
think
for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, go make a assess situation, which is creativity, I think. Yeah, creativity roll.
Got a 4.
Oh, I'll roll it from here.
Yeah.
It's 8 plus. What do you have for that?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Is it a plus? You just have a 0?
I got a 4.
No, what's your
What's your creativity?
what's your creativity?
1.
Okay, so that would be a 9. Okay,
Nice.
so yeah, you're somewhat familiar with the song. You think you could probably do it better than them. And your character is from the privileged background. You've never heard this song before.
No, this is it sounds like noise to
Yeah.
Haku, but he that's why he looked at like Edris and was like, "Do you know this song?" And Edris, if Edris is like humming along, then Haku's kind of like egging him on to like do his like fire juggling to like make more of a spectacular out of it.
Okay,
Called the
so
Weatherman.
if you want to go in there and do your fire juggling and sing along to the song to try and kind of make it better entertainment, we can make a
Oh, I'm gonna do a little bit more than juggling.
Yes. And then I just want to add that like Haku will support him in that as like I'll do like a tambourine type or like clap it like something to add to it.
So if you want to like improve the mood in the tavern, you
Yes.
could do a help action or a guide and comfort. Guide and comfort is with harmony, and help is with oh, help you would have to do that's for combat. Okay, so yeah, just do a guide
I'll
and
do
comfort.
harmony. I'll do harmony.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I got 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so you get to choose. So are you trying to help Edris do that?
I'm helping Edris.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm supporting.
You can get some
they
water while
embrace
you
your
do this.
mission. They make clear, and you may ask one question.
Edris kind of just like motions over at like a bottle of like pure alcohol.
Okay, so because you got a 10
That's
plus,
what they
you
use to
can
clean the floors.
if
It's not afraid to drink it.
Edris, if you want to embrace this guidance and comfort, you can clear a condition or 2 fatigue. Do you have any fatigue? Probably not, because
I
you would have
don't.
healed it by
But I
now.
can clear
But you do
insecure.
have a
and
So you can
condition.
clear your insecure, and
perfect.
then you also get to shift your balance if you want to. So if you want to put it back towards 0, or if you want to shift it further.
Mm, do I have to do anything?
You don't have to, no.
Okay,
You
I'll just
can.
do it.
And then also Haku can ask not in character, but you can get the answer to one question from Edris that they must answer honestly.
Wait, why are we here again? No, that's not my question. That's not my question.
You guys
I
are
guess we're just
here
kinda
to
staring at-
find out what happened to Mr. Chan and the other missing
But
people.
is there someone specific that we're like here trying to track?
You are
We're looking for Cora too.
But Cora wouldn't be like they wouldn't be like, oh yeah, Cora's just slumbering in the
hanging out in the pirate town. She
would
went to
love
the
the
fire.
pirate bar.
She was in the Fire Isles, but not necessarily this one.
Yeah. No, there's something I feel like I don't want to waste this opportunity. There should be like a specific thing that we like came along on this ship for, and I feel like that was
You're trying to get to the
episodes
bottom
ago.
of what happened to the people that were taken. So if
Mr.
you're
Chan.
here
How-
with the pirate captain who generally takes stuff off of
takes
the
people, yeah.
with the ship, he probably is the one who would know about that stuff.
Okay, I guess the question would be, where is Mr. Chan? Chan? Is that the that was the guy, right?
Sorry, this question is for you to ask
To
Edris,
ask Edris to
because
get the answer
you're
to-
comforting him so that he can
Yes.
perform better.
So I'm like, sweet, sweet Edris, don't forget we need to find Mr. Chan.
Not
Okay.
a question.
And then I forget the rest of the words.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I
now-
forgot like to encourage him to find out where if there's a Mr. Chen on this island, I guess.
Okay, and so Edris, you're going to perform this song, do your juggling, and try to get the people on your side to think you're someone friendly they could talk to. So I'm going to call that, it's a little bit of a stretch, but I'm going to call that a plead with an NPC, which will be a harmony roll, and you will get a +1 for that from the assistants. So it'll be harmony +1. Do you want me to roll for you again?
Yeah, sure.
What's your harmony at?
1.
Okay, so it's going to be an 11. So you successfully impress the people in the tavern, and Long Wan, he's like, oh, he can sing too, and
No, I did like a whole like spitting alcohol fire thing.
oh
where,
yeah, they
Yeah,
love
right.
that. They love
Blow
that.
That's why you got the alcohol. Haku's impressed.
So he's like, he
Haku's
gets
just
a strong drink and goes and burns some flame, and they're like,
dragon
oh,
like
clap,
circles
clap,
around
clap,
the
clap.
crowd.
And you do a little bit of singing and get some stomping going in the bar. You get everybody kind of aligned on your side, and this will allow Haku to sort of sidle up to somebody and ask if you want to use Long Wan. That will work, or someone else in there.
You know what? I'm gonna test my luck with Long Wong and be
Okay.
like,
What's that
"Say, have
long
you
word?
heard of where is that captive Chen? Is this his name? I don't know. I keep on
Chan.
forgetting.
You guys keep changing between Chan, and
And but
Chang.
what is the correct
I originally said Chan, so I'm going to stick with
Chan? Let's keep with Chan.
Chan, yeah.
Chan. No, it has to be something clever so that he wouldn't throw suspicion. So it has to be something that's like demeaning towards his name. Be like, if only Chan didn't like disrupt us from our performance, we would have got this kind of reception at
Yes.
what's the island? What shoot, I'm like totally blanking.
Skull Island?
Sorry?
On Skull Island?
No, that where is like
Republic
our where's
City.
our headquarters at?
Republic
Republic
City?
Republic City, yes. If only Chan didn't like interrupt us from our performance in Republic City, we would have had a spectacular such as this. Just to like, I'm planting seeds. I'm like trying to like Chan Republic, like just trying to
Okay,
make
you're trying to like infer that you already know about this.
Yeah,
Okay.
and let him give more information to what what we already know.
So I'll say that's a plead with NPC as well, and
That's
that's
also
a harmony. Yeah. And you can get the +1 on that from the performance.
So that is a 7, 8, 9,
10.
10.
Okay, so you successfully get him on your side and do their best until the situation changes. So yeah, he goes, oh, Chan. Yeah, he shouldn't have gotten involved with those triads, but now he's here. We got him working, so,
He's not dead. I mean,
Yeah,
I
and
say,
nobody knows the wiser. They all think he's dead. So now we got him.
and then casually Haku's just like, oh yeah, like to press further, where is that guy? Where is that guy?
He says, well, he's in the town proper. We'll be heading up there. When he's not doing work on those you know, for those firebenders, he's they got him working in the tavern we're gonna go to. He's quite a accomplished chef, so we're getting double use out of that guy.
And then Haku like is just like, ugh, you think he's a chef?
So, well, it depends on what you like, I guess.
I suppose so. All right. How do we move this forward?
You guys can sort of just keep going and then end the performance, and then he'll probably move you along.
Okay, so while we do that, let's go jump back to
Yeah.
the airship.
Yeah, we're gonna jump to there, and so that'll take probably about an hour of time. So let's get you guys over here in the.
Haku is enjoying a nice nude pink lemonade.
All right, so you guys touched down over here. You sent the bunny back to the dock, and so you guys are sort of at the back of the island. So you could climb up. You could, if you cross this water, you can climb up around the back of the volcano and work your way around it to the city.
Guess we're swimming
Volcano?
unless there's a boat.
Or you have a
did they-
waterbender with you.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
thinking with bending yet.
Okay, so you guys make your way over here. Making your way.
Now that you brought up a volcano, all I can think about is lava bending.
Lava bending.
Yeah, like when they get over to the other side of the island, like the side closer to the main town, Lee like takes her shoe off and like dips her toe in the water, and she's like, "I fucking hate swimming."
All right. So yeah, you can basically clear out and use your water bending to clear out a path if you just want to walk over. Do the part the Red Sea there.
I'm doing it. I'm loving it.
Okay, so make a
We have a sandy bottom to walk along.
make a rely on your skills and training focus roll. So that'll be, I think you have +2 in focus now.
Yeah, I got a 6.
So
Plus
that'll be an
2, so
8. So you do it, but imperfectly. So you get it nicely pressed out a little bit, but then just as you get near the end, you kind of like lose control of it, and it kind of gets your feet a little bit wet.
Idris is just like sweating the whole time. Just like the ceiling's dripping.
Oh, you're underwater.
Yeah.
All right, so you get a little bit of a soaker, but it's really warm in this area anyway, so it'll be dry. Okay.
Yeah, Lee's like, I mean, it was better than nothing. Like that was pretty awesome.
Okay, so this is this part of it is made of stone, so you could do something there.
Can we see the city from here?
Yeah, so around the other side of the volcano, the city starts. So there are some like stairs and stuff up on this part, and there's some kind of you saw like a little bit of a glowing like building at the top near the edge of the volcano. Say the edge of the volcano is like right around here somewhere.
Can we hear any like sounds? Like Do we hear sounds from on top of the mountain? I don't know how tall this mountain is, but
You
like,
can hear sounds from the city.
which is at sea level or closer to it.
It's a little bit above. The part of the city I'm talking about is where there was that bridge and then the skull, and then behind that was kind of a city, and then behind that was the volcano.
Oh,
So you
okay.
guys are on the volcano side. So you're basically on the opposite side of the island as those guys were.
Okay. And the city is in between us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, Akka, what do you want to do? Because I mean, we could go full operator mode and go to the city and try to find these two people, or we could go up there to the top of the mountain and see what's up there because there's obviously something up there. And my curiosity is like, huh?
Well, don't we have the dragon with us? Why don't we hop on the dragon and go up to the top of the mountain? We haven't ridden the dragon yet. Let's go on.
I mean, I'm
Let's
down
ride
with
the
that.
dragon. Let's ride the dragon.
Yeah, let's ride the dragon.
Okay, I'm just trying to find some fiber here.
And away we go.
Hey, this is awesome. We should do this more often.
Yeah, way better.
Just like feels the hairs on the back of his neck stand
It's
up.
way better
It's like
than
he's taking a bite.
walking like a chump. All right, this will be the volcano here. Whatever.
Did we collect tips while we were performing?
Sure.
I feel like we should. Yes. Good.
Money,
Thank
money,
you.
money,
Money.
Okay,
Just
so
literally just hands everything that
Oh,
was
yeah, I
thrown
forgot.
at him at Yo because like he doesn't care about it.
No, Haku's just
where
like
did I drop you?
you keep singing. Shh, keep singing.
We need to eat. We need to eat. Come on.
Oh, you can't put someone on the dragon. Okay. So the dragon will fly up to the little hut. Now you keep low to the ground just in case there's some people up there. And land just back here behind these bushes.
I do the little Zuko party trick where I light every candle in the room from far away.
Oh, so romantic.
That is a nice party trick.
Oh, I dropped you somewhere. Okay, let's just get a new Atka.
I mean, let's do lower down on like before the ridge of the mountain, in case there's any people up there, and then I'll just like earthbend some steps up the cliff.
Okay, so you guys will go further back here and get some steps on the back of the mountain.
Looks like a good plan.
Okay,
Don't
so
slip.
as you go around to the back of the plane, you do see a lookout here, and there are some guards in this tower thing here. And there's sort of a land bridge across, so you can go around the side of that, so you're kind of on the side of the volcano now. So over here is this building, and then over here is this building. So you're on the side. See down there.
Okay, and the trees are like covering us from the lookout, right?
Yeah. And
So what do we see?
it's also dark, so you're not. This lighting is not accurate, but
We have a dragon though. The dragon can, light up the area.
You don't want to light up
Subtly.
the air. You
But
don't want to
subtly.
make yourself known.
Subtly, just in front of us, so we can see where we're walking and see a little bit in front of us, but not to get.
this is
any
more what it
attention.
looks
Like out
like.
of his nose.
This is
Like
more.
out of his nose.
There you go. Yeah.
That's more what it looks like. And then there
Yeah, I
should
think
be a light in here.
I don't know. Like my instincts are to go all Metal Gear Solid and climb up the Overwatch and crack their necks, but like I feel like Lee wouldn't do that. Lee would like just like try to, sneak around in the dark and see what she can see on top of the
Snake!
mountain.
Snake! Snake! But it's like an actual snake.
Not just long gun.
So you done with that, Atka? Just like kind of sneak around the lit area and see what there is to see.
Yeah. I'll sneak around and I'll look in that area and see if I can see anything.
Is this doing this?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna too.
Hear
You gotta do-
anything? Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you need to make. So you're basically just trying to look around and see what you can figure out here.
Yeah, what do we hear? What do we see from just what
Okay, so
our resources right now?
Both of you can make an assess the situation roll. Creativity.
I got a 5 and my creativity is 0.
Okay.
11 plus creativity.
I feel like Lee's would use seismic sense because of your whole like family history.
So
So I like take your shoes off. Yeah, I like that.
So Lee, you can ask two of these of the following questions. What here can we use to blank? Who or what is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my best way out or through? Who or what is the greatest danger?
I definitely want to know what should I be on the lookout for?
Okay, so from that you gain that the lookout tower has 4 guards up there, but they don't seem to be all that attentive. They're kind of just sitting down and not really. They're looking, but not looking too closely. So they don't seem to be a threat. They don't seem to be going anywhere either. They're up on this tower and not. They're mostly looking out towards the sea, so they're not really looking inward. And then this.
Sorry.
So the volcano casts some light. It's kind of a constant like flaming thing coming out of the center of the volcano, which is this area. And then right next to that is a kind of a little like temple like thing with a bunch of glowing lights and some candles and braziers lit there. And it looks like there might be a few people wandering around. It looks more like these ones don't look. You guys wouldn't know the other place was pirates. Yeah, actually, yeah, you guys did see the pirate ship, I think. So the guys in the tower look kind of like more like pirates. The guys over here look like a little more monk kind of dress.
Fire sages.
And from what you gather over here, they don't look threatening, but you're not sure. You suspect they might be firebenders.
How many of them are there?
But they're not dressed in Fire Nation outfits.
What are they dressed as?
More like monks, kind of like robes and
Like the
wraps
fire
around
sages?
their feet and hands.
Can we talk to the dragon?
Does your dragon talk? Oh, he's gone.
Oh,
I don't remember if
I think
the
he
dragon
drools and like makes
Yeah, he
derpy
kinda-
faces.
is the dragon able to talk, or is he just?
You know what? Fuck it. It's telepathic.
I don't remember what was. There was a dragon in the show. What did it talk to people, or was it more of an animal?
Dragons? No, they didn't.
It like had the voice of Roku. Like it talked. It was What do you
That
call
was
it?
a spirit dragon, though, right?
Yeah, it was a spirit
Hmm.
dragon, and it like communed through Roku, so it was like
Okay. And then there was the dragon turtles, or what? Or the lion
no, they're
turtles.
lion turtles. Those are
They weren't
completely
dragons.
different.
Yeah.
Those are the telepathic ones.
Yes, those ones. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna assume it's more of an animal type creature,
Fair
because
enough.
it says in your that was one of your you have an animal companion large enough to ride. So yeah, it's an animal.
All right, well then let me put it this way. You know how the other day the horses could sense a bear? Does the
Yeah.
dragon look like it's sensing or smelling another dragon?
No.
Like, is it acting strange? Or like it's sensing something? You can tell
Grinding
with
up against the
animals if they're
cliff.
sensing something.
No, it seems pretty comfortable. It seems like um it's curious about the volcano part. It wants to check that out.
Yeah, I want to check it out too. Lee, what do you want to do? I want to get up there. I want to
I
take a
do
look.
have one more question.
Okay.
Um,
Oh yeah, that was what
before
was
we
the
like dive in, what can I use here to better understand the whole deal of this island? Right, like I'm going on nothing. Like I know there's fire and there's a skull and there's pirates. Like, but now we know there's some other stuff, right? So,
And a volcano.
right.
Do you have any like seismic abilities? Like, can you use your earth bending to sense
Sure. I mean,
anything?
I'm sure I could work like not as well as Toph
Yeah.
because she was like,
But she invented metal bending.
right, she was like a prodigy. She was crazy.
Mhm.
And also she was blind, so she like used this foot sense all the time, right? So I'm sure I can do that like other earthbenders can. Um,
Okay. You
To a
want to try
degree.
and
Yeah.
sense something about the volcano? So,
sure.
or
If
what here you wanted to, your question was what here can I use to
better understand what's going on the island.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say if you want to know physically more about the island, yeah, you can use the volcano and your earthbending senses to know how active the volcano is, I guess. And
I'm more interested in like the people, the goings on of
okay,
humans on this island.
then um you could so you have a couple options. You could just pretend to be someone from the island and go talk to those people, or you could be just get closer and observe what they're doing and see if that gives you anything, or you could um, move on past them and just see what you see over there.
Okay. Yeah, I was okay. Um yeah. So she's like, Akka, I'm gonna get a little closer. Do you let's let's split up so we make less noise and we see more.
Okay.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
so you will go. Who's gonna go to the left, and who's gonna go towards the volcano part?
We'll go towards
I wanna
the.
see
Go ahead.
I
You
wanna
pick a
see
lead.
the monks.
Okay, you can go this way, and so the dragon's gonna drool, 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 follow you. Okay. The dragon through the forest.
That's not conspicuous.
So, yeah, this will be a. What would stealth be? I guess rely on your skills and training. So focus. Yeah, focus roll.
He's just a baby. Nobody can see him. He's so little. He's just a baby.
9.
Just a wee little thing.
So 9 total for you.
Mhm.
Okay, so imperfectly. Okay, so you feel like you might not be as stealthy as you wanted to be. But if you mark 1 fatigue, you can ignore those consequences and be a little bit more, go a little slower and be more careful.
Let me see how many fatigue I'm at. I mean, I'm probably going to mark fatigue.
Yeah, you guys should be empty of fatigue, so you just would have none marked. The only
Okay,
ones that stay
sure.
around are the conditions.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll mark fatigue for sure.
Okay. All right, so you make sure that you take your time and get as close as you can through the bushes. And
Probably
then
tell the dragon to wait at some point.
you want to get the dragon to wait?
Yeah, like before they come into the light, at least for sure.
Okay, well, Atka and the dragon are trying to sneak over to the right towards the volcano, right?
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah. So, do you want to sneak up, or do you want to tell the dragon to stay, or
No, I'm gonna sneak up.
this is for Atka? We already rolled yours, so I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you what happens after you both roll. So, Atka, what do you want to do?
Do I want to sneak up to the volcano?
That's what you said you were gonna do, right?
Yeah.
You're splitting up,
That's
so
right.
you're.
That's right.
So, do you want the dragon to? The dragon is coming with you. Is that what you want? He
Mhm.
seems to be a little noisy.
Can I send the dragon up to kind of take a aerial view? Can I do that? Can I hop on
You
the
try to.
dragon and just fly up so I can see above, or would that be too noticeable? Is there like any air
Because
cover?
yeah, if you're gonna fly over towards the volcano, the light of the volcano is probably gonna light you up.
Okay, well then I guess I'll tell the dragon to stay and I'll creep up.
Okay. Let's see if he listens to you. So make a. So the first roll will be a not intimidate. Plead with MVC. That's a harmony roll.
I got a 9.
9. Okay. This they need something more. He looks at you pleadingly. He really wants to go. He looks like he might follow unless you give him, you do something to encourage him to stay.
Hmm.
Sing his favorite song. Row, row, row your
He-
boat.
He also licks
Puff
his
the magic dragon.
magic tray. He also licks his lips, and some more drool comes out.
Do I have any
Oh,
food with me?
Sure, you do.
How about I try to feed him some food to distract him?
Okay, you toss him a couple dragon snacks, and he goes roo roo roo.
I was gonna say food snacks.
And,
Okay.
okay, so you don't get the minus for having the dragon with you. So you can roll now a regular rely on your skills and training focus roll.
I got an 8. And then
So-
I add my focus, or
Yep. So that'll be
10.
10. Okay, so you have no problem getting up to check out the volcano.
This
And-
is
What do I see?
So you see a kind of the volcano is active and there is lava bubbling in it, and you see that there is you know how when lava comes down a mountain, it sort of looks in that sort of black kind of lumpy shape. You see lots of that around this entrance, as if like it doesn't seem to flow naturally like it would if the volcano erupted. It's more of it's been moved out and then hardened in kind of a strange place that you wouldn't think it would be, or in patterns or in like shapes of things. It seems very strange.
So does it feel hot?
It is pretty warm there, but not those black parts have obviously cooled. But it is very hot near the entrance of the volcano. It's uncomfortably warm.
Okay.
What do you do?
I was
And
looking
then
at the Dragon Wiki to see if it could like just chill in the lava, but apparently it is an intelligent creature capable of communicating with humans. Oh.
Oh, good to know.
well, yours is because of your what it's an animal companion. It has to be a little bit less. Uh,
Has to be a little more
intelligent.
derp.
It's a little more derpy. That's why his name is Derp.
Derp derp.
Okay.
Okay, so and back to Lee. So what you see over here with the these monks is so they're kind of resting now and meditating, and they also have at this this little building. You see there are some various scrolls and stuff there. One of them is studying one of the scrolls, and they're just sort of hanging out and meditating and being kind of mellow right now.
Can I tell what he's on about? Like, can I tell anything about like his I don't know his balance scale? Like his what do you call those? Uh,
Oh, you want to like
priorities.
sort of
Ideals.
yeah, in order to actually find out someone's principle and how far off the balance they are, you'd have to actually talk to them or engage with them. I don't think you can really do it from hiding.
Yeah, not willing to do that right now.
Yeah.
How many people total did we see in this lit area on top of the mountain, not including the 4 guards and the outposts?
So in this area by this little building, you see there are 5 of these monks outside, and you're not sure if there are any inside the building or back here.
Okay. Okay. Can I tell? I mean, I guess I'm a city girl, so I wouldn't really be familiar with backcountry shrines or anything. But does this look like a shrine or like a temple or
Um,
like is it religious at all?
it kind of seems um I mean, the stuff that they're it looks like they're doing. They definitely seem like
Ritualistic.
yeah. It's more of just they look like the kind of stuff you would do when you're finished your training during a day. So they're doing the kind of stuff that after someone has been doing training.
Like what kind of training?
You're not sure. Martial arts training, maybe, or bending training,
Sacrificial training.
cult training.
They're prepping for the next person to dip in the volcano.
Well, so as far as I know, they're like done like doing whatever kind of training like it. You said like my training, so probably martial arts training.
Yeah,
Um, and they're like studying like the philosophy of the style or something.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Are there any scrolls far enough away from someone that I could maybe go grab them I don't want to say easily, but realistically?
Um, The only way you could get a hold of them would be to like smash and grab kind of thing. So you definitely get noticed because the one guy has like a couple of scrolls near him, and then he's reading one of them, and then the rest are kind of inside the building in like scroll slots. So you'd
Okay.
have to get by them,
Lee's
and
all about
there's
that.
fire here, so there's no like
Lee's
for
all about the pack tactics, so
Yeah.
she's not ready to go in by herself. But yeah, okay, cool. Then Lee's ready to go meet back up and discuss her findings with Adka.
Although if you did have the insecure condition, you could remove it by doing a foolhardy action without talking to your companions.
That's a trick. Don't do it.
I had a quick idea. Can I use a little bit of water bending to put some water on part of the lava so I can make it cool it off into rock and then take a piece of it with me so I can investigate it further?
So you have there already are like those ones that had come out of it. It looked like it was molten lava, and now it's hardened into that black kind of stuff. So you could just chip some off from that, because it's already cooled. Or do you want to get some out of the volcano?
Oh, I was going to say out of the volcano, but I guess if there's some already lying around me, I guess I could take that.
Yep. Okay, you take it. It's no problem to just chip a little bit off and take it with you.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to meet up with Lee.
Okay, you guys make your way back to the dragon area. And where'd you go? Oops. Oh, I dumped you way down there. Okay, go. Oh, there you are. Oh, are you guys in the game? I can actually bring you in here.
I don't have the app.
I'm too lazy to turn it on. I'm just watching it off the stream.
Okay.
I found it too hard to keep looking
Sure.
at that, so I don't even have the other computer here. You didn't even set it
Okay.
up for me. I was with the kids.
That's fine. I'm just moving it around so the stream knows where you guys are and what you're doing. Okay, so yeah, so you guys get back to each other, no problem. What do you see?
Yeah,
Lee,
so go ahead.
can you tell me anything about this rock that I found? It's part of the lava is cooled, which is really strange.
What would I know about this rock?
You do know, you pick it up and you hold it, and you do know that it has formed from lava, probably from the volcano. And now it's solid rock, so that's kind of interesting. Is lava something that earthbenders can do, lava bending, or is that something firebenders
There
do?
is lava bending. No, it's it's an earth bending technique that very skilled is. So if you imagine metal bending is like
That's
an elite
earthbender, right?
strain of earth bending, there is an even more rare strain of earth bending, which is lava bending. And a few earthbenders have that ability, such as Bolin and one of the
Gazan.
yes, what's his name?
Yep, Gazan.
Kazan, yes, have that rare ability.
It's kind of like the combustion bending of earth bending. Just super rare. Alright, that's actually a perfect example because there's only 2 combustion benders.
And only 2 lava benders that we know of.
Interesting.
Watch
yeah,
season
so
3. Oh my gosh, watch season 3.
is that all I recognize about the rock though? Is that it was lava at one point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless
I'm like,
it tells you anything about what
you
she
guys
saw.
are from the volcano, right? So it definitely came out of the volcano for sure. That's all I can tell you. Sorry.
And what do you tell Lee that you saw? Or what do you tell each other that you saw? You haven't really said that.
Yeah. So I tell Atka, yeah. So I saw some like monks over there. You know, you saw the monks, but they're like studying, and they looked really like a little fatigued and like glistening. So like I think they're like doing some kind of training up here, and like they're definitely like reading something in relation to that. So this is like there's got to be like some like school related with this place, which like pirates don't go to school, right? Like I don't know, what's up with that?
Did you see anything on the scrolls that they were reading? Did you
I
tell?
didn't get close enough to read the scrolls, no, but they seemed really intent on it. It's not light reading.
Okay.
I don't know what to make of that. I'm just gonna write that down in my notes.
Brought up the lava thing. I just imagined Lee bending obsidian at people and like apologizing as it like hit them.
Sorry. Sorry. Ah, I'm a
I do
lava
need it back.
bender.
It's not even that. It's more like glass bending. Like
Mm-hmm.
I want to bend glass.
we probably could. It just hasn't been done yet in the Avatar universe.
We could be the
Yeah.
first.
Sand
At
bending.
this point, has Haku and Edris showed up yet? Or we have our own.
Yeah, I guess if that's all you're gonna do there, we could have you just travel over to the city part, and it's actually 10 minutes to midnight, so maybe we'll get you guys together in the city, and then we can start there next week.
Sweet.
Sweet.
So how about I just narrate that part? So after you guys have a few drinks with Long One, he takes you into the city proper through the Skull Gate and into the kind of main city, which is a little bit of a mixture of pirates and less rough and tumble kind of people. So there are people there who are more, like monks and people like that, and nobles and stuff like that. So that's where the main group of people are, and there's a little more organization there than in the dock town. And the other two of you basically get a message from the bunny, flies over to you guys and kind of leads you to where they're going to next. And so you guys kind of managed to get over the wall of the back end of the city. I guess we'll assume you just managed to get in there without being spotted, and then you meet up at this tavern, and because Edris and Haku have already established themselves as being belonging there, they just say, you guys finally showed up, and indicate that they're part of your party.
I'm surprised you guys didn't get caught looking like that.
What do you mean? I always look like this.
Exactly.
And Long Wan says, "Oh, are these more of your party?
Yes.
Are they
and Haku,
performers?"
Yes, and Haku scrambles up another paper bag and throws it up over both their faces and is like, "Don't mind them."
I thought you threw that away.
No, I have more. He like just tries to cover them up just a little bit. Like if they're gonna look ridiculous, they might as well look ridiculous by Haku.
Ridiculous
And
by
Lee, like,
Haku.
Yes.
upon
That's
putting tag
it's
on
a
her
look.
head, he like puts his foot up in the air and does jazz hands.
Patent pending. Ridiculous by
She
Haku.
thinks she's a firebender, but she's not.
What?
All right, so we'll
She's got the voice of an angel.
we'll
Don't
wrap it
say-
up there. You guys have made your way into the city, and you're at another tavern. I'll describe the rest of that next time. But you've gathered your group together and can do some further investigation the next session. All right. So before we go, we're gonna do the XP thing.
Yes.
So the growth questions are, each of you answers, did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world?
Yes.
I think you can all say yes to that question. Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem? I would say not yet.
Not yet.
Well, we did. I mean, we did find out that Mr. Chan is indeed alive.
Oh yes, that's a big
So I
discovery.
don't know if that's more discovery or
Solve a
more.
community.
I mean, we didn't solve the problem. We just found the next clue. Like,
It is pushing us further.
I just imagine Edris not being good with people, and then when we found him, he's just like, "We have your kids."
And your wife.
I don't know if that's solving a community problem.
That sounds more like a threat.
More like causing one. Anyway, I'm gonna say no to that one. But did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center? So who did the guide and comfort? That was Haku.
did.
So you did that.
Haku. Yeah.
Did anyone end the session at their center? I think Edris, did that move you towards center? Or
No,
away
I didn't
from?
move. I could have, but I didn't do the move.
I'll allow you if you wanted to move it now, because it didn't affect
Okay, I'll
anything.
move
So.
to center.
Okay. And did anyone else get towards center?
I moved away.
Okay. All right, so 2 of you got that one. Did of the Lee and Atka, did you guys do a guide a companion towards balance? No, I guess you didn't really. Yeah, okay, and then each of you has a thing on your sheet that is also a growth question. So for the Guardian, at the end of the session, answer this question with the other ones. Did you pursue a desire or goal of your own outside of protecting others? Desire or goal of your own outside of protecting others. I mean, I guess if this is pursuing the what happened to the Chans. So, although that's kind of a helping others thing. Protecting others.
I don't feel like we progressed in a different sense, I feel.
Yeah. We'll think of that one. And then for the Destined, did you spend meaningful time with someone else focused on their concerns and troubles?
I feel like I gave the spotlight to somebody else other than me. Yes.
Yeah, that was a...
And I helped them.
and it worked. Yeah, okay.
Look at the good I do.
One. And then the icon, did you accomplish a feat worthy of your burden and tradition?
No.
Oh, what? You performed. You stepped out of your comfort zone. You...
It depends
No?
on what your role and tradition
Yeah.
are.
Urban.
I mean, I feel like this whole adventure is providing aid and succor to the downtrodden.
Yeah, but then that would be like a yes for like every single one.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Worthy a feat worthy of your burning tradition. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. Also, it says for the icons, it says if at the end of the session, did you uphold a responsibility? If yes, you can shift your balance towards the roll and clear a condition.
So I mean, if we're not counting providing aid and succor to the downtrodden as doing that every session because we're on this quest, then I didn't do any of the responsibilities or break any of the prohibitions.
Okay. And for Edris, did that either of those things become true?
No.
Okay. So we will leave it at that. So I believe that means that it was 2 for Atka and Lee, and 3 for Haku and Edris.
All right, I would like to shift my center back 1.
As using up 4 points for that.
Is that 4 points? Wait, what?
You can use a growth advancement to do that.
Yeah, that's a growth. Is that what? Not what?
But if you want to do it, you can also just have someone do like that guide and comfort thing that we did. You can just have someone do that, and then if you roll high enough, you can get a shift of balance just from that. So look for opportunities next time to like have someone like have a nice talk with you or help you out or something.
Remind me of patience.
Yeah.
Hint, 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 friends.
Friends.
Patience. I need patience to get back onto my scale. Okay. So wait, sorry. I got 3 points, but what can I do with them?
So they add up onto your total. What did you have before? Oh yeah, you weren't here. I added up the points for you, so let me just give you your points here.
And then where does that go? I'm sorry. I'm just
it's under
little
growth.
Growth. Okay, where's growth? Sure.
So yeah, as of the previous sessions, you had 9, so you just got 3 more. You would have 12. Okay. Minus any you spent already.
I don't know if I spent any, but I still need to, from the time that like Haku trained with Tenzin, I did finally find the page, and the technique that I wanted to learn is read in the wind, just because of the whole that obstacle course thing. It's not an obstacle course. What is it? The turning
doors thing, yeah.
The turning doors, yeah. And I feel like read in the wind, since it
makes
is
sense, yeah.
A rare technique, that it would be like if I spent enough time with Tenzin, I feel like Haku would be frustrated enough to prove to Tenzin that he could do it, and like a leaf float through the spinning doors.
So is it it says rare on that technique?
It is a rare technique.
And what does it let you do?
Read in the wind. Adjust your movements to perfectly match and avoid the movements of a foe. Mark 2 fatigue and secretly name the approach you believe your foe will use in the next exchange. Reveal it after approaches are chosen in the next exchange. If you are incorrect, you may shift your chosen approach. If you were correct, you become immediately favored for that exchange, and they cannot target you with any techniques.
Okay. I will, so I'll take that into account. So this will be not an easy to grasp one, so you'll get the -1 for that. So,
I mean, I'm happy to take a different technique, but I felt story-wise that since
okay, so it's gonna be, basically a roll with a -1. There's no other, bonus, so it's just, 2d6 -1.
And what do I need to aim for?
Same as usual, 6, 7 to 9, or 10 plus.
Oh gosh. Come on.
Come on, Haku.
Oh sweet, 10. -1, 9.
So 9. So,
Right.
it says, it either takes more time than normal, or you must mark 2 conditions to get it.
I'll mark 2 conditions. What conditions are
Like, angry,
afraid and angry,
insecure, troubled.
all right.
I'd say
Dealing with,
insecure would be a good one.
yeah, I would say insecure. Yeah. Dealing with Tenzin, and then
And probably either,
either troubled or afraid,
yeah.
or guilty because they ate meat because he or offended. I'm gonna do afraid.
Okay. So you mark those 2, and
Okay.
then, yeah, so then you can mark that you have that technique.
And what would it be? L, P, or M?
L, you just learned it.
Okay, great.
Okay, and
Great.
so yeah, so you get 3. Okay, so I'll write these down. That's it for today. So thank you for playing, and see you all next week. Hopefully.
Yay.
And good game. Good game. It's fun.
GG.
GG.
Am I gonna burn some people next time?
You gotta burn somebody. Okay,
What?
and stream is off.